It's hump day, it's Wednesday. Welcome to the Bubba Show. I'm Bubba. Looking at today's action should be relatively quiet. It's a very big Jewish holiday. The tape will be light, the action will be light. It does not mean that there cannot be volatility. Remember, on a light tape and light volume, we can get a little bit more push versus direction. So if the market starts to make a move one way or the other, it could move larger than normal. Today's going to be relatively absence of news. There's a little bit more housing data coming out than the usual crude number. But really, what we want to talk about here is what's going on in the overall market. Are the winds of the market starting to change? You have to take a look back and look at the transports. You look at the weakness that the transports have displaying. You look at what's going on in the overall economy. Look at the dollar. The winds seem to be changing a little bit. We're getting a lot of selling, a lot of heavy selling in the commodity spaces. We'll talk more about that Friday in Commodity Corner. But these are things that you have to look into as a trader. You want to start to see where the action starts to take place. You can look at the bond market. The bond market has been railing hard. Typically, money coming out of other asset classes, we're taking risk off here. You hear the expression risk on, risk off. When people are dumping or selling commodities, they are usually putting their money into safer asset classes like the bond market. They don't get the big kick, however, they don't have the risk either. So you have to take a look to what is actually happening here in the market. And what I see is, as I said, I see a little bit of the winds changing. This is not an out-and-out bear call. I would not be surprised if the next leg was higher. I would not be surprised if we broke to the upside. But I am seeing the market starting to get a little bit heavy here. And as I mentioned yesterday, we are coming up against earnings season. Earnings season, I think, is going to be a little bit of a disappointment. Now, we've got a couple of quirks in the armor here. If we're going to get a sell-off, it figures to come in the next 4 to 5 weeks. Because typically, fourth quarter, usually a little bit bullish, usually a little bit of a rally. So these are all things that you want to watch. Now, nothing takes over for the charts. Okay, it still is trade your charts and trade your levels. And that's what you got to focus on. But these are just little things I want you to start noticing. I always like to look at some subtle details that might show me the winds are changing. So remember, Bubba's picks. Remember, for Wednesday, have a great day. We'll talk to you on Thursday. The Bubba Show.